Guys, we are going to take a quick first day in pockets look at this AM8 knife that came in, which I found out is a division of Miguron, or it's the same company, something like that. But it's an awesome, awesome knife. You can see it in front of you. It's really well done. We're going to take a look at it from above because I've been pretty impressed with first day in pockets on this. Guys, we're going to take a look at this AM8 knives. I didn't know it was AM8. I thought it was AM8, 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 whatever. But it really doesn't have a name. It is the AM8 006BN. So this first day in pockets, like I said in the intro, and like I just said, I have been made aware of the fact that the correlations I made between the milling and the finger choil style on this looking very, very reminiscent of the Miguron knives that we had, the very, very cool higher end Miguron, is absolutely because these are made by the same company. So I've been really happy with this so far. First day in pockets, you got S90V blade that's done in kind of a clip point style that is fairly thin behind the edge. I have not done a lot of heavy cutting with it because I don't want to necessarily ruin the finish on this because I haven't been given the full go ahead, but I did do a little bit of cardboard cutting, and the S90V is sharpened very, very well. Titanium scales that have got a very, very nice checkering look to them. They've been done really, really well. Lots of good milling on this. Big, broad pocket clip. The in and out of pocket has been really good. Action on it, both reverse flick and forward, or back flip, I mean, with the flipper tab, is great. It's got a really good feel in hand. It's got this deep choil, which sometimes I'm not a fan of, but it acts like a little pivot. And so when you've got it in hand, it's got a very, very strong comfort feel in it, where it just feels really secure, I should say, because this comes back. So that's not really sharp there. And the way they've done this, I like this. If you're going to do the external cutout to add your spring tension to the lock bar, I would prefer you do it this way, because this doesn't catch on material anywhere near as badly as like a deep recessed one that comes really abrupt. It kind of just slides over. You can feel it, but it doesn't catch. Pocket clip tension has been perfect for the pants I'm wearing today, which is just some 911s with a reinforced pocket. But it's got a really, really good look to it. Now, the blade has done really, really well. You've got this big area here that is swept up off of the finger choil. It's radiused here. So you get a good feel. There's a unique feel to that when you're in the cut that just feels like you can power down on it. And it is thick enough that when you've got a piece of wood in hand, you can do that extra bit of cutting like that and push down, and it's not at all aggressive against your hand. It's nice and chamfered over, so it's got very good softened areas. The look of the blade is really good because you have all these facets. So I don't know anything about price point on this or any of that, but I do know that this thing it's a well-built knife so far. Now, I do have to say there's a couple little things that I don't like about it. So we'll flip this over and talk about that right after you hear from Coffee Brand Coffee. This video's sponsored. No one likes to watch ads in the middle of a video. I don't like putting them in, but I do know that I gotta support what I do here, so I partnered with companies that I know I can trust. And today's sponsor is Coffee Brand Coffee. They're delivering quality coffee, freshly roasted on demand, ground to order and delivered to your door, and they're not doing anything political, so you don't have to worry about a company that you're supporting that is supporting causes that you might not agree with, because they don't support any causes. They just simply take the money and put it back into making a better product. So I would appreciate it if you both support their new small business and my channel by checking out Coffee Brand Coffee and looking at their offerings. Use the link below and my coupon code Crazy Sharp on their website. It's Crazy Sharp, all one word, capital C, capital S. Let's get back to this.
So it's only a couple small things. First and foremost, you can see right here what I'm about to say. This aperture that's on the blade is adequate to flip off of, but you've got this really big aperture that's done well and looks cool, but when it drops in like that, one, you lose the aesthetics of that. That's a really nice shape like you would get on some other knives that we've seen that have come in that have that almost pill shape thing where the milling goes up a little bit further on the blade. But it also blocks and obstructs your ability to get in there. And if you've got big hands like me,
I want it down here like this, and I can't do it from there. I have to shift the position that I would want that knife in all the way down to here and then shift back up because I can't get into the full aperture. I have to shift because you've blocked a lot of that. And then the other thing is, this is another one of those knives that I've talked about it. I don't mind if you scallop out this inside, but leave a little bit more material. You've tried to give us access by opening that, but then you've removed material here and it just feels too thin. It doesn't feel as though you've got really good purchase. You've got plenty of room. You've got pretty good purchase. And then on top of that, once they've thinned that and added jimping on it, it's just not, I don't like the way it feels. I don't like that. Now, does it, I mean, is it really affecting, and oh, one more thing that I forgot to mention, we'll talk about in a second. Does that jimping need to be there? No. And this needed to be a little thicker. I get what they were trying to do, the aesthetic of matching it, but you didn't have to do that. You could have left that a little bit more material on this side. It would have looked fine and it wouldn't have changed the way it feels in hand. And it definitely wouldn't have thinned that out to a point where it doesn't feel comfortable. And then that's sharp. That is sharp right there. They didn't do anything to chamfer or knock down any here. Let's zoom in so I don't have to hold it so close. They didn't do anything to soften that right there. And you can definitely feel it because that goes in really, really deep on the lockup. You can see there's a lot of that sticking up and it is sharp. It's not just one of those like, if you've got softer hands. No, it's sharp. And if this was mine, I would take this apart and I would hit that on a Scotch-Brite and then I would refinish that ano on it. So nothing really major on it, but just two or three little things, you know, just some access points. But overall, it's been a great knife in pocket so far. So let's turn this around, do some final thoughts, send you out about your day. This was just first carry. So I will see if there's anything else I find. I may change my mind about some of the things as we progress through the review process. So turn around, do some final thoughts.
Yeah, guys, this is a really, really good knife. I only found a couple small things that I did find wrong with it, which are really kind of common with a lot of knives that I see these days. It's just little things that are my personal opinion. So don't take it wrong. Don't think that this knife is a bad knife. I'm not at all trying to say it's a bad knife. It's actually really good. So that's it on this one, guys. If you like the videos, give them a thumbs up. You don't like them, give them a thumbs down. Those are the best things you can do for any channel. It pushes us up the algorithm. It's an interaction. Drop a comment. Ask questions in the videos. I have started to get to where I'm addressing some of the questions that are in the comments and making videos specifically based on your questions that you have down below. I have a bunch of ways you can financially support the channel. You saw Coffee Brand Coffee. They are a channel sponsor, but I also have Tempered Trail. Both of those companies share a coupon code of Crazy Sharp, all one word, capital C, capital S, Crazy Sharp, all one word, saves you 5% at checkout. It's built into the Coffee Brand Coffee one. I have got an Amazon store that you can pick that link out of the comment section or the description down below. Pin it to your browser. Use that for any Amazon shopping you're going to do. It supports the channel directly. It doesn't cost you anything at checkout. And I have a membership that is tier-based. All of the members have access to my Gilded server where we hang out, we chat. It's a big community. It's worldwide. There's about 100 people in there right now. I'm about to scrub it. So if you are a member, start taking advantage of that. The baseline and premium tier members are entered into giveaways that I do on the Gilded server that are separate from the ones I do here on YouTube. I give away higher end things to them that are sent from companies, nicer knives than what I give away on the channel, but I try to give away the nicest things possible. And the premium guys have access to the sharpening tutorial series here on YouTube behind that paywall. Guys, I love y'all. Keep it clean in the comment section. If it's your birthday, happy birthday, and I will see you in the next video.